Today's session, we're on week 2 of this training block. I'm gonna be building up on some heavier jerks today. I gotta go up to 175, which is 85-ish% of my 1 rep max. Then we're gonna be doing that pause clean again. So from the floor, pause at the knee, and then continue on, finish off the clean. We'll be building up a little bit heavier, or trying to go a little bit heavier than what I did last week. So last week I did this, I built up to 180. Today, I believe the percentage has me at around 185. So not too much heavier, but a little bit heavier of a load on that. So we'll see how that goes today. And then we have a big deadlift day. I'm supposed to be building up to a 3 rep max at 9 RPE. So pretty damn close to a 3 rep max. I haven't done any heavy rep maxes on a deadlift in probably, I don't know, 6 years. I think the last time I actually did like an actual 1 rep max on a deadlift was back when I was working at CrossFit Invictus, and that I left CrossFit Invictus in 2018. So that was probably at least 5-6 years since I've done anything like that. So I'm excited for that today, just because it's gonna give me a little insight kind of where that's at. But yeah, big day. Jerks, cleans, heavy deads, a little bit of accessory work with the glute ham raises, and then done for the day. So we're gonna get warmed up and we're gonna get after it. Jerks were all right. That last jerk, 175, I did exactly what I was just talking about. I went a little too quick with the feet. Didn't focus on driving myself under the bar. What I mean by that is, like, once you get that bar off the shoulders, you're kind of pushing against the bar to get yourself down, which can help you get a little bit lower, catch the bar in a better position overhead. I go too quickly on that, so I will drive and I generally just snap right in there, which makes me put my front foot down a little too quick, which is exactly what I did on that last one. We're gonna start building up. I'm kind of debating if I'm gonna stay powers today, just because I know that I have a 3 rep max on the deadlift to do, and if I build up to 185 on this pause clean, that's gonna be pretty draining. So I'm gonna start off with powers, see how it feels. If things are working well, I'll stick with powers. I'll do a couple pause cleans with the squat clean and just kind of see how that feels, but who knows? We're gonna play with it and see how it goes. Level I just did is at 163. I went 150, 155, no, 155, 158, 160, 163 on my doubles. Now I've got a couple singles to do. I'm gonna start off at 165, see how it goes, and then we will make some adjustments from there. So my first single is supposed to be a 170, but I'm gonna start off a little lower just because I'm sticking with power. So I technically can get away with kind of dropping those percentages down a little bit. So we're gonna start at 165 and see how it goes. and then we'll make some adjustments as we go. Oh. We'll go 168 and then 170. We'll end with 170. I'm supposed to do 2 to 3 sets of 1 to 2. I'm gonna stick with singles, so I'll do 3 sets of 1, 165, 168, 170, and then we're gonna start with the deadlifts. I'm calling it. 2 sets of 1. Slightly under my percentages today, which is fine. And we're gonna start building up on the deadlifts. So, deadlifts first. I'm gonna use straps for the 3 rep max today. Regardless of your opinion on straps, they are a beneficial tool when you're lifting heavy weights, especially on the deadlift. Usually the weakest link of your deadlift is your grip. If you have a strong grip, you're probably going to be strong enough to pull heavier weight. A weaker grip, you're going to be losing a little bit of strength there. It's going to be harder. Using straps in your training, I think is perfectly fine. Some people are against it. I don't really care. I don't do specific grip training. Like doing those pause cleans, that's fucking grip training right there. Like holding that weight, especially in the hook grip, pausing at your knee, and then continuing to go through. If you don't have a strong grip, you're not doing those weights. I'm gonna warm up with grips since I'm gonna use grips for my top set. My general rule is if you're gonna use grips or straps or whatever, then use them from your warm-up sets all the way up to your top sets. If you're not gonna use them, then obviously you don't need to. I'm not a big fan of warming up without them and then adding them on in later sets, just because it does change the way that you kind of hold on to the bar. So I would prefer to use the grips or the straps all the way through from your warm-up sets all the way to your top sets. That's a solid 9 RPE. I definitely could have gotten one more rep on that, which is exactly where I wanted to be. Quick thing about the deadlift, I just posted on Instagram about this. I'll go a little bit more in depth on the YouTube video here, is a lot of people are against doing deadlift. They think that there's a really high risk on doing that, which there could possibly be a high risk if you don't respect that movement. It's easy to kind of load that movement and get really good at the deadlift while playing that risk-reward benefit on it. If you use deadlift in a way that you're really just trying to improve the deadlift and you're not using it for a way to kind of like transfer over to other lifts, I think the deadlift can be very beneficial. The way I view the deadlift is I don't think getting good at the deadlift makes you any better at any other lift other than deadlifting. So it's not going to make you better at doing cleans. It's not going to make you better at doing squats in terms of direct transfer over. What I do think you can get a huge benefit from the deadlift is there is a lot of systemic stress that you can place on the body. There's really high loads. That stresses the nervous system. That stresses almost the entire skeletal muscular system. Doing that can make you stronger. That can build resilience if you build up and you have a program that's built in a way where you can use the deadlift in a way that's going to be beneficial. So what I found is by getting better at the deadlift, not only, obviously I'm going to be doing a powerlifting meet at some point this year, will I be able to get better numbers when I go to my meet, but that kind of stress and fatigue allows my body to adapt and get stronger just overall, not directly transferring specifically to any lift, but using a deadlift like that, high loads, high stress, high fatigue, having that stress recovery adaptation curve is allowing me to be more confident and stronger in other lifts as well. So that's my general thought on the deadlift. I'm gonna drop it down to 215 now. We're gonna do our drop off sets and then we'll finish with the glute ham raises. So appreciate you guys watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed everything, got a little bit from it. Like, subscribe, drop a comment, whatever you wanna do, and then we'll see you in the next video.